Hi, I'm Caitlin, and I'm here with Teresa Gayton, and she's with Gayton Healing. And she's a very dear friend of mine that I just met recently at Radiant Light Healing Center in California. So I just want to start off by saying how we met. A good friend of ours introduced us to ourselves, and it was really interesting because she starts channeling just off the bat, and she starts talking about herself in third person, and I'm just thinking, this is my kind of weird. And we just kind of had this knowing right away of, being friends, liking each other, like feeling like we were sisters. And I just felt like this non-judgment from her.
Yes, we have indeed worked on the non-judgment for a few years now. Um, if you notice someone walking down the street that is different from yourself, ask yourself, are you going into judgment or are you actually just curious about this person? We ask that because Teresa was led on a weight journey this lifetime, and people looked at her at a natural curiosity, but a lot of the times it was judgment on her weight. Now, we want you to consider this. We want to consider who you're looking at. And if you catch yourself in judgment, detrimental judgment, just let it go and take it to God. Just ask God to take it from you, because going into this ascension on planet Earth today, judgment is by far the most critical thing that we need to work on as a planet. Um, So we would like her to stay grounded at this time, and we will proceed to channel. Okay, I just want to say on my end, this is Teresa. From the moment I met Kate, Caitlin, I call her, she was able to actually intuitively tap into what I was trying to clear. And she would be able to add places that I couldn't see. So her intuitive abilities have been stretched. And she met Teresa so that she could stretch her intuitive abilities more. So if you notice, Kate, is that true? Have you been getting
Yeah.
more intuitive? Okay.
Yeah, it's really neat. I'll see something like we were talking about the blue ray light beings, and I was seeing like a flame in my eye and an eyeball looking at me, and that triggered a memory that you had had kind of with similar beings.
Exactly. So as we stretch and pull this conscious life, we expand our consciousness in several different ways. And just being around another intuitive that is aligned in your same way,
Mm.
um, it could actually pull each other up.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Yes, yes. So we come to the Radiant Light Healing Center because there we are blessed with an EE systematical
Hmm.
enhancement.
Energy enhancement system.
Right. So it helps them channel at their best. Now, if you are a being that you suspect is intuitive, or you suspect you can channel as well, we would like you to come and see us at the Radiant Light Healing Center, because we could actually help these gifts progress, because we are two intuitives that helped each other and we're helping other people at the center. And the one thing we really want to stress, love everybody. So sometimes it's hard to do that, but we want to love, love. So when you see someone and you can, you give them a hug.
Mm.
When you see someone and you can, you not only give them a hug, you tell them that you love them by looking right into their eyes. And you might say it 3 times, but it's only necessary one. And if they say, I love you back, you make sure that you're telling yourself to receive that, because that is also self-love is big in Teresa's world because of her journey with weight. She didn't always self-love herself, that she is a being who came here to help the situation with heavy people. So she invented what we call a fish tank. The fish tank was purely for self-love, but it wasn't able to come through all the way until now. She's cleared enough where her self-love can be more received. So again, we'd love you to come through to the Radiant Light Healing Center in Rancho Cordova. It's a beautiful place for different types of healings. We have all kinds of healers there. And what else would you like to add, Kate?
Mm. We did a healing on a dog today. So I live in a house where one of the dogs bit me, and it's one of those ankle biters, those little ones, and it was always making me really nervous. And she had a dream last night about these stuffed animals that were, I mean, it sounded like they were possessed or something. And then you were looking in their eyes saying, I love you, I love you, I love you. And the stuffed animal would kind of melt. And I said, that dog is symbolic of the stuffed animal. So it really calmed down a lot after we did that. So you can do that method with animals or with a situation or people that you don't like, well, that is not ideal. Look in their eyes, say, I love you, I love you, I love you,
Yes.
and give them a hug.
Yes. And I also want to talk to you about clearing houses.
Mm.
So I walked in the house to clear energy out of the
Mhm.
house, and this dog was there. But in that process, I heard lots of conversation, but it wasn't conversation, it was screaming at each other and obscenities, and to get out of the house and do all kind. Anyway, this is the energy that exists in houses. If you've had a lot of turmoil in your house, or someone before you that owned the house
Mhm.
had turmoil,
Mhm.
Teresa's able to tap into what exactly is being said and just knows that she needs to clear that energy. So she goes into each room. We want her to sit 30 minutes in each room, but I don't like to sit 30 minutes, right? I don't have the patience for that. But I'm going to go ahead and allow this, for some of these houses really need clearing like that. And it's really helpful for someone to live in these houses that is sensitive, that has it cleared.
I'm gonna do this. This is something I was doing while she was clearing it, and you just let the pendulum go, and it will go backwards, and it will. For people like me that are just, and opposed to you, like you've been doing this forever, and now that I'm kind of starting a lot of this clearing, I like to use a pendulum. So you take any pendulum, and it's amazing. Like you can take a set of keys, you can take
Yep.
anything, and you let it go, and it will go counterclockwise. And then once whatever it is that you've asked it to clear, it does this. So it goes back and forth like this is like yes, almost like you're nodding your head, yes, it's done. So I was doing that while she was clearing, and I thought that was interesting.
Well, I don't. So energetically, that house was a really heavy energy. So I can see why Kate showed up with me, because she was actually clearing as well. Um, and there's still pockets in that house that need to be cleared, which I'll do because that's one of our really good friends.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm just saying, so I just want to clarify, the pendulum is how I first started hearing. Back when I started the business in 2017, 2018, I used the pendulum because I couldn't hear my guides or my angels or anything. So I was directed to utilize a modality called emotion code body code. And I really became obsessed with knowing about these things that were coming up. So they kept talking about me having a terror in a past life. So I went on with the pendulum, was asked it why. Was I in fear for my life? Yes. Was I yes or no answers? And all of a sudden that lifetime popped in front of me. At that time, that scared the hell out of me. If you feel this energetic being pop out, right? Anyway, I thought at that time, before all my healings, I thought that was something that was going to get me. And I had to go sage the house 40 times, and I didn't want to go into my house. So, this is exactly the kind of energy that we clear out with emotion code, body code. Because it wasn't just me. It wasn't me that I come from a generational line that had healers in the past, and they had, it's an inherited line, they had fear from being gifted Catholic. They had lots of guilt. And I didn't know I was here to clear those timelines out. But now I know. And as I've cleared them, then my gifts became stronger. And my psychic medium skills are coming in pretty good now.
Yeah, they definitely are. Do you think the dog was barking and perhaps biting me because it was reacting to, maybe it's literally hearing what you were hearing?
I absolutely. So the dog that bit Kate. So Kate had in her energy field, in her aura, a energy that was saying I'm in fear of dogs because
Mm.
they're parasitic. So the
Yeah.
yeah. So then I don't know if we're done clearing. Oh yeah, we cleared it out. just so that she can live in harmony with that dog, right? Because she's
Hmm.
only staying there another month, but we don't want the dog biting her. Anyway, so we worked on that today along with the house clearing, and just we did it in love. There was three of us there, and we were all intuitive in our own ways, and different things
Hmm.
came up for all three of us in different ways. And to me, that makes this work exciting, and I have a good time, and um, we're able to do it without making anyone mad that's in the house, because
Yeah,
there's
there's no judgment.
there's no
We're just trying to
judgment.
help each other.
Right, but there was also an energy in the house who he doesn't believe in this. So he was sitting in other rooms, I think, because of his discomfort level.
Mm,
And the energy was forcing me all over the house to clear it. And I think he came to terms with it because he knows that I was doing it in love.
yeah.
And his energy changed a little bit. And he almost gave me a hug, but not yet.
Next time.
He actually has hugged me at certain times.